Have you noticed that Run Bambi Run 2, the Teresa and Marie Halbach case, story, whatever, and then you go to click on it and it's deleted by the owner? I deleted it. Well, that got to be about 40 people or so, and then ding, down, gone. Okay. And I upload another one. Kick back, 40 or so people. Bam, down it goes again, and again, and again. Okay. I did it a few times in a row. Now then, there are about 40-ish people out here, maybe more, that have an idea of what's coming. And if you were smart enough to have downloaded it and archived it, you just may have a gem. Okay? You're welcome. If you were smart enough to download that and archive that, put that over someplace where you know where it's at, then you got a copy of my work in progress. Yes, you do. So that's my gift to you. But it's only limited. It's only limited to how many people watched it and downloaded it and archived it. Otherwise, it's gone forever. It's never going to come back. Flash, gone. There is no other copy. You've got it. So hang on to it. Just stick that someplace. Hang on to it. It might be worth something someday. Yes, you got one of my original art pieces. That's right. So these are freebie giveaways. Got it? Now then, that's the music score, more or less. That's the music score. And I've doctored that music score up some more too, okay? But you've got my original work that without the soundbite, with some mistakes in it here and there, some blemishes. Yeah. It's kind of like the White Beatles album, you know what I mean? But that's just the music score. Now let's get into the meat of it all. And that's pretty badass too, by the way. We're going to get into Kratz. I'm after Kratz. And I'm going to get his ass. Okay? So, while you got to watch the music score of the movie, which is about 32 minutes or so, and that's it without any extra, that's rare. That's rare. I got my copy, don't worry, and it'll never see the internet. It'll be squirreled, nutted away, because I will compare that to whatever copy that you could send me and I could tell you when you downloaded it. Okay, what series you downloaded it in. Cool. The earlier series, worth more. The latter series, okay, fine. But they'll be worth something someday. You're welcome. Now that you see what's coming, first off, I wipe them all out. Making a murderer, down. Convicting a murderer, down. This Brendan Dassey, whatever the fuck, that's a piece of shit. Anyway, down. I've got the best video out there yet of making a murderer, convicting murderer, true story of a false confession. Anyway, so I'm working on Kratz. Yeah. Hey, Kratz. Yeah. I got a question for you. How did you know that Teresa was going to come up missing, what she was wearing, what vehicle she was driving, what her license plate number was, before Karen Halbach made the phone call reporting Teresa missing? How did you know that in advance? I'm curious. You got mental telepathy, you can see into the future with that clarity. You're a clairvoyant, you know? How? So we got this plastered all over the place. This missing persons photo. And this flyer. And it's got a date on it. 2, thank you. It's been a while. 2, when Teresa was reported on 3. How does that work? Huh? Your computer had a glitch on it and did the day before? No. See, that flyer went on the 2nd. It was ordered on the 2nd. It was printed up on the 2nd. Okay? You had knowledge, previous knowledge to what was about to expire before Teresa came up officially missing. So when they made the phone call coming in, you were expecting it to begin with. Okay? Right there, it's in the flyer. 2 November 2005. There it is. That's when the print date on this was. Okay. So there's prior knowledge. Now the other thing is that that VIN, yeah, that doesn't belong to Teresa. That's not Teresa's VIN. Okay? See, that belongs to a 760 Mr. Steel Mica. It doesn't belong. Teresa drove a 6P3 Deep Joe Green, not a 760 Mr. Steel Mica. So you got a VIN for Mr. Steel Mica, a 1999 Toyota. Everybody thinks Teresa had a 1999 dark green Toyota. Well, she probably did because that's what her brother stated, that she had a 1999. I'm sure he went through the work and they found the registration and shit, 1999. But there's a problem with that is because on that, Mike Halbach is holding Teresa's information as far as her vehicle is concerned. And he knew, and he described a 6P3 Deep Joe Green. How do you explain that, Kratz? How do you explain that Mike Halbach picked 6P3 Deep Joe Green out of a lineup of RAV4s and gave it to Sheriff Poggle? Sheriff Poggle gave it to WBA News. WBA News broadcasted it due to plea. Teresa's driving a 6P3. You convicted Stephen Avery on a 760 bin on the dash of a K95. How do you explain that, Kratz? See, you can't. You can't. Sam William Henry 582 or whatever it is, yeah, that's not Teresa's plate. And they got the plate. That's not Teresa's plate. That's a salvage plate somewhere in the yard. Cleveland Auto, by the way. Hey, there it is. Okay, single white Halbach. Found it in the yard. And that's Teresa's. You see. Then, Kratz, you went and you made up Teresa's registration. Oh, yeah. Then that document, the totally lie document. I've got you, dude. I know what you did. And I've got you by your ass. You think you're all that in a bag of chips, dude? Yeah. Well, then why so many years later is it still in the news? People still gawking about it. If it actually happened the way that you say it happened, we wouldn't be having all this conversation and discussion. But it didn't. And I can prove it. I've proven that Teresa called Scott Taddick. I've proven that she got a call back from a dead man, Kruger, to giving her instructions to go to a location that's not recorded. Okay? And I know where Teresa's actual 6P3 deep jewel green rapport was sitting on the 3rd at midnight. It was at 10 o'clock when the news broke. WBay2 News got breaking news out of Calumet County. Well, you can't get a phone call from a payphone and call that payphone back, Mid-American company, telephone company, and it is a fax. They don't have payphone faxes. Faxes don't call 911. So why do we have a payphone that they took out years ago before this event? They no longer had a payphone anymore with cell phones and shit. 1. And 2, even if they did have that phone, it wouldn't call 911, and when you call it back, be a fax, because you don't have a fax machine sitting there on a payphone. That's not working out for you, crats. In addition to the number that was called, yeah, it didn't go to a payphone. It was never a payphone. It's always been Lake Orchard Farm Resort. Yeah. And Sheboygan. That was the phone number on the 3rd of November of 2005. So in actuality, the call is coming from Lake Orchard Farm Retreat, not Bondi's. Okay? So they send an officer out there. And then we got Andy Cobra. Now here's the thing about the officer that went out there. I got his name anyway. He goes through the whole thing, and he arrives, and he doesn't put a make, a model, a year, a color. He doesn't feel, nothing will indicate that there's a vehicle involved. It is sterile. Okay? So that report is sterile. It does not have a vehicle. Then we have Andy Colburn making a phone call, calling in a license plate that does not belong to Teresa Marie Halbach. Those plates don't belong to her. I've proven that those plates are in a wrong different plate category. Okay? So those are salvage plates out of Cleveland Auto Salvage and Sacrifice up in Cleveland, the village of Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And for 300 feet, okay, 100 yards is Cleveland Auto. And just so happens on that night, they seized, Manawak County seized a 1999 Toyota RAV4 Sport Utility, dark green in color, a 6P3. Now notice the 6P3 keeps popping up here. So how do you explain that you have a call that has weird connotations to it, which is impossible, means that if you call this phone number back, it'll be a fax. Okay? So don't call this phone number back, because you'll just get a fax. No, you get a phone call back, you call them back, and it'll be Lake Orchard Farms Retreat, may I help you? Click. Okay? That's what happens. That's their phone number, and it's been their phone number all this time. Next. Where's Teresa's 6P3 Deep Jewel Green Kratz? Huh? Do you know where it's at? It's sitting in the back lot of Cleveland Auto Salvage in the Manawak County impound section of the yard. It's probably there to this day. It's not in Hickory Hills. That's for damn sure. So you convicted Stephen Avery on a 760 Mystic Teal mica data plate on a K95, and Shelly Cohane put Stephen Avery's blood on a K95. And did you know that Teresa's vehicle, Teresa's 6P3 Deep Jewel Green, was in the Wisconsin State Crime Lab? Well, some of it is anyway. Because, see, down at the Wisconsin State Crime Lab, they took 2 sets of photos. We see, and what was entered in the court was a K95 with the UA1 medium gray Catalina on the side and flares and all that good shit, okay? That's the one we see. But what's the one that we don't see? Well, I got my hands on the photos that wasn't introduced in court. And what are those? They're the same exact vehicle with the exception of that they've got Teresa Marie Halbach 6P3 sighting on the side of the vehicle in Wisconsin State Crime Lab. How does Teresa's 6P3 Catalina get on a K95 in the Wisconsin Crime Lab? Kratz, answer me that. Can you? No, you can't. Because the people at the Wisconsin State Crime Lab were fucking around. And they were screwing up the plan. You see, at every turn in this case, there's somebody there that is sabotaging the frame-up of Stephen Avery. Every one of them. All the way across the board. When it comes to the vehicle. You can't explain that with the exception of there's other forces involved. Forces that knew that the plan was to set Stephen Avery up. And then there was the other plan, which is to not set Stephen Avery up. So, Kratz, in your opinion as a prosecutor, prostituter, I guess we can be more accurate in your job description, okay? Which means to tell me this. You knew that that was not Teresa's RAV4. You knew it. Of course you knew it. You had flyers made up by Jim Breyer the day before Teresa was reported missing, and you have a RAV4 problem. You knew it. You knew Teresa's was green, and you went in there and you went blue. It's right there in the transcripts. See, there's 2 types of prosecutor, kid. There's a prosecutor that's out for justice. Then there's a prosecutor that's out for a conviction. You were tasked to get a conviction, hell or high water. You were part of the plan. The clan, that they say. I know why Cheryl Klein Sherwood. She dropped her entire channel. Boom, slowed it down. Okay? Because she put out this one, Bondi's Quick Mart. And that was too close to home. So you went and had a talk with her. Or you had people go have a talk with her. And now she's out there spitting shit. Different woman than the one beforehand. You see, she's got a hammer now. Or she's scared of you, or something's going wrong with her because she's not convincing. Her new videos? No, she's singing a different tune. She's still with the 2 RAV4s, but no. She's not the Carol Klein Sherwood that I knew. So why is that, Ken? Your shit's coming undone, and I'm undoing your shit. And I'm making a video. And I'm gonna fuck you up. Okay? I'm just telling you right now. I'm going to put a premiere date on it. And I want everybody out here involved. I'm not putting up videos and taking them down anymore. I just did that for a choice few individuals out here that has a claim to fame. Okay? They got a piece of my work before it hit. Okay? So I'm going to rip you a new fucking asshole, dude. I've got you by the balls, man. It's right there. Your lies can no longer be told and believed anymore. I'm making sure of it. We've got 2 females and 2 males that were involved in making a murder, and we got 4 people that I know are dead. And they spent their time on this case when they had only so much time in life, and they wasted it on you and your shit. And there's probably somebody else that died, I'm not sure. But anyway, they spent their time, effort, and energy when it could have been better use, you know? But yeah, they built the channel too, so there's a legacy. Small consolation. They could have spent it more with their family instead of heading off to some dungeon somewhere, looking up bones and shit, tracking down your lies. And for them, there needs to be a consolation. We're going to bring this to a close. And we're going to get Stephen Avery out. And Brendan Dassey out. So for all of you people out there that watch me, here's what I want. I want you to spread the news wide and far that I'm coming up with a kick-ass video that's going to beat the fucking shit out of Kratz and making a murder. And Brendan Dassey, the true story of a false conviction, and convicting a murderer. All 3 of you motherfuckers are going down. Okay? All 3. I'm taking you on because you're stupid. You put your shit out here, and now I'm going to rip it apart. Okay? So, to all my fans out there, go tell everybody that Rick's going to put a video. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Rick's going to put a video out, and then he's not going to take it down. And that'll be my finished product. You got about a month. Okay? All you people have about a month. So, get as many people as you can. Say Rick's coming up with some badass shit, okay? And we're going to premiere this next month sometime. I haven't decided the day yet. I still got some work to do. But you're going to watch me bust making a murderer once and for all. And they're going down. And make my video go viral. If you're in it for Stephen Avery, then support my channel. And then we have Dr. Silkman and Foul Play group, and we have these other groups, the Guilters. I'm making a video that'll shut the Guilters the fuck up. Okay? Boom! You can't argue with it. It's solid. Okay? And there it is. That's the reason why my videos went up and down, went up and down, went up and down, went up and down. Purposely. Give you guys a handout. All you got was the music track to it. And some editing mistakes. and some missing pieces. But you got it. You've downloaded it, you've archived it, there it sits, you know you have it. I don't. And when there's a day that I'm going to say, hey man, who had this, who had this? And you can bring it up, you can show it to me, and I go, oh shit, you had it. You watched it. I want to know who you are. That's why. I want to know who's smart enough to archive my shit and download it. If I can put it there. You'll get back a hold of me saying, I got your copy of this particular edit. So, that's my gift to you guys. You can go over it, you can savor it, you can look at it, whatever the case is, but I'm not uploading any more videos until I finish this one. So this is a notice for you guys. Be prepared. Tell everybody you know. Tell Kratz, especially. Let Kratz know I'm coming for his ass. Because his ass is mine.